Hey, how you guys doing? Russ here, Ask the Wizard, and it is June 7th. And today, what do I call it? Oh, the show today is It's Monday. I was going to do Manic Monday, but that's been taken, so I didn't want to copycat. How you doing? How was your weekend and all that cool stuff? I can see how many people are watching, but I can't see who you are. So if you wanted to hop into the comments, show it out and say hi, that's greatly appreciated. Share, share, share. We're all in this together, especially in this time. I don't use the word rebuilding, but building brand new. Yes, we're bringing some of my whole thing about the houses, right? Yes, you're bringing some things from the old house into the new house, but it's a whole new house and you get to choose. And you've heard me talk about this often. What I really feel, not just me, but so many of the other folks that I follow, connect with, mentor with, things like that. This is a very unique time. Now you may say, okay, well, we know that, but unique in a different way. And so that you hear everywhere. The last, again, 16, 17 months or whatever, it's just very different, very unique, very challenging, all that kind of stuff. That's very true. But at the same time, it's serving a very valuable purpose. And what we see now is things, both just for ourselves, for yourself, not just even globally, although we see things moving there as well. But what's more importantly is for yourself as you choose, right? Because remember, it's always an opportunity. It's not an ultimatum. So you get to choose. If you want to sort of get caught up almost in that updraft that will take you through like a loophole where you can grow and expand at a rate and to a degree that we probably weren't able to before because there was just so much drag. But getting to the topic of today's show, which is the efficiency of being lazy. I was going to say lazy gets a bad rap, and that's probably not the right way to say it. We've taken the label of lazy and applied it to a vibrational experience that we can have, that because we've decided lazy is not a good thing and we've applied it to this vibrational experience, then we see the vibrational experience isn't a good thing, which does a really good job of making things so much more difficult for us. Have you said this? I know I have. And it's usually to somebody else. That person, and these are some of the words we may use. We may say lazy. We may say they're so irresponsible because they should be, they're just, I don't know, they should be working harder. They should be focusing more, and they slept in, I don't know. And they're going out and have fun this afternoon. I mean, they got to get stuff done, got to, do this and do this and do this. Right. Or or they're not. So they have these goals, they have these desires, but they're not working towards them. Like, what the heck? And so we've taken that vibrational experience and attached the word lazy to it. And again, sort of in that derogatory connotation. Now, and who did I hear say this? Oh, his face is in front of me and I can't remember his name now right off the top of my head. He's the one I first heard say it. He says, you can meditate, James Ray, you can meditate all day long, but if that's all you do, they're going to come take your furniture. So the thing is, it's not that we never do anything. It's what I've found is there's a leverage or a mechanical advantage that we can access when we stop trying so hard and we decide, at least for a little while, to just have fun. Hashtag I want to feel good. It's my whole analogy of, if you want to go to Edmonton, so depending on where you're watching this from, my hometown is Red Deer. Another city next to us is Edmonton. It's 80 miles away. If I want to go to Edmonton, I can walk there. And I probably would get there. But it would take me a long time. And I would more than likely quit along the way, and it sure would be fun. Or I can get in a vehicle and drive there. Now, you see, I still achieve the same goal, right? Matter of fact, I get there a hell of a lot quicker. I get to Edmonton, but I'm not walking. I'm using, if you will, mechanical advantage or leveraging. So I'm leveraging this vehicle that's there that I can get in and it can drive me there. So I'm still getting there, but I'm not the one that's supplying all the horsepower, pardon the pun, all the horsepower to get me there. Now, would you call that lazy? No, not at all. You would simply say, oh, that it only makes sense. Why would, I mean, you could get to Edmonton, but that's like just stupid. Get in a car and drive there. Well, you see, that's what we've done to this vibrational experience that we've called lazy. We've said, well, geez, who do you think you are that you shouldn't toil and travail and persevere and sacrifice and go all through that to get to Edmonton? But we have access to a vehicle that can get us there a lot quicker and with a lot less effort. And here's what's really interesting. There are those people that are getting in the vehicle. They don't even realize they're doing it. I mean, sometimes I think, I know for myself, it's that, what do they call it? Ignorance is bliss. And it's so true. It's respects. It's like when we know too much, then we start to, I don't know, get caught up in the process or something like that. But you get this person that wants to go to Edmonton and they hop in the vehicle and they go and they don't think anything of it. And they look at people walking as they drive by and go, geez, that looks kind of dumb. The people that are walking look in the vehicle as it drives by and go, boy, that person's pretty irresponsible. They should be out here walking. We go, well, that's stupid. You wouldn't do that. But that's what we do. And we cheat ourselves out. We can make it a lot harder for ourselves than just sort of just chilling, just relax. Maybe not every day, all day, but just relax. There's 777 Club, which is based on, it meets every Sunday night. If you want to know more about it, just go to my profile, scroll down, go to healingcenter.ca. You'll find it as well. I wonder if I can do that from here. I've been playing around with a text prompter. So if I go here, no, that's too big. It's okay. I think there's some way to do it. We're not going to worry about it. So just go to healingcenter.ca. You'll see a link to the 777 Club. It's built upon the 5 steps of manifesting. First step is creating your desire. Second one is living it on the inside, getting the feeling of it. Third one, which is where a lot of the real focus managing works, is managing resistances. Fourth one is inspired actions. And fifth one is celebrating your victories. We've also added into it just kind of getting it rolled out. Getting it rolled out is, I'll call them guided meditations, specifically built upon the 5 steps of manifesting. And I believe it's step 4, which is taking inspired action. And I talk about your number one priority for the day is getting into the flow, right? Is getting into that, getting into the vehicle. Because you want to go to Edmonton, get into the vehicle. How do you get into the vehicle? You don't force your way into it. You lazy your way into it. So maybe not the first part of the day, throughout the day, whatever. When you find yourself, it's probably a good idea just to step away and just take a bit of a break. Now, when you take the break, make sure you take the break. Here's what people do. Geez, I don't know how to, okay, I need a little break. So they take a break, they walk away from it, but what are they doing? Yeah, this is so difficult. I don't know, I've been working on this all day. I've been working on this for months and I can't seem to get it. And I just needed to take a break. Well, you're not taking a break. Physically, you may not be there, but non-physically, you still are, aren't you? So when you take a break, what you're doing is not just physically removing yourself, but changing your vibrational state into one from this to this. So if it's taking a break to have a coffee, take a coffee, but then go somewhere and simply enjoy whatever it is that you're doing while you're having the coffee. Do not try and fix, leave the problem or the challenge. Don't take your coffee and then still be there thinking and talking about how difficult it is. Just, you're changing your vibrational state, and you're not going to do that if you don't actually non-physically leave just as well as physically leaving. I remember one of the Men in Black movies, and I can't remember, maybe the second one, very spiritual movies, and the world was going to end or something like that. And, geez, I've watched them a variety of types. Agent J and Agent K, I think. Anyway, Agent J is got to get her done. And Agent K says, you know what? You need pie. And Jay says, the world's going to end unless we do something. And you're saying we need pie. Yes. He says, you need to get out of your head. So let's go have pie. So they go to this diner and they're having pie. And Jay, so that'd be Will Smith. He's going, so we need to do something here. We're sitting here having pie. We need to do something. And Kay says, you need to get out of your head. He says, tell me anything. Tell me something about you, but tell me anything that has nothing to do with the case they were working on. We can learn a lot from that. There's a lot of value in sometimes disconnecting, not just physically, but non-physically, and really disconnecting. Because when you do that, that now has opened the door for the vehicle, and it's a hell of a lot easier for you to get in the vehicle, and then all of a sudden, you find yourself getting closer to your desire, and you don't even know how you did it. Well, how did you do it? You got out of your own way. Well, we hear that all the time. But here's a really mechanically practical how-to in how to do that. When we say getting out of our own way, we're changing our vibrational set point. From got to walk, got to keep going, I got to get to Edmonton, 80 miles, a long way to go, to, oh, look, a vehicle with the door open. And of course, that's when inspired action comes in. And the neat thing about it is, and I say this, I think, verbatim in the manual, is inspired action is the shortest way to a miracle. Where I call it inspired or forced action leads to frustration and all those unfun stuff. Inspired action is the quickest way to a miracle. So your job today is to take some time and just be lazy. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in for the, what I call it? Yes, it's Monday. Edition of Ask the Wizard, almost daily. Share. We're all in this together. Comments or questions, I so appreciate them. Topics for the show. Do you want to be interviewed on the show? Do you have a business you started up? Do you have something you're passionate about? You want to have a conversation about? You want to share it? Here's a place to do that. All right, guys. See you on the web.